Well, hello, welcome back. Hope you're well. I've just about recovered from the drama of last time, but as thrilling as that was, I can't help but feel it was a bit of a fluke. Don't think we're ever going to be likely to replicate that again with Norway, so we've got some job offers that could help with the challenge and net us some of the 6 remaining trophies that we need, including offers from Brazil and France, and an extremely optimistic bid from the Slovakian FA. But you've seen the thumbnail, you know what's happened. We're off, south of the border, down Mexico way. It's sad to leave Norway, of course, after what we so nearly achieved, but Mexico seems like the logical choice to me. The Gold Cup is coming up in the summer, and after the country suffered an embarrassing exit last time to a team not even actually a member of FIFA, they're hungry for revenge. Raul Jimenez, Hirving Lozano, Jose Macias, and yes, even the unfortunately named Jesus Corona are still in their prime, so surely we've got a great chance. Ranked 13th in the world, we win our first 2 friendlies against Venezuela and former employees New Zealand in pretty straightforward fashion. And then it's already time to start thinking about the tournament. I've only been here 2 weeks and already we've got silverware on the line, but that is the nature of international football. And it does actually feel like literally 2 weeks, the amount you have to press continue waiting for something to actually happen. The group draw is made and we get one that should be pretty straightforward. If we could just avoid the USA throughout this, then that would be great. So let's introduce you to the squad that I'm hoping will win silverware number 2 here in the US of A. Guillermo Ochoa is still in goal at the age of 37 and he's actually still decent to be fair, although he is literally retiring after the tournament. FM legend Cesar Montes will partner Edson Alvarez for a very strong looking back too. Aguirre and Malado are also solid fullbacks, although not the greatest depth here, but I think that's okay. Romo, Rodriguez and Gutierrez are very capable in midfield, with players like Pineda and Herrera still solid options too. The attack is also looking very strong, with Lozano, Corona, Alvarado and Pizarro all coming off some strong domestic seasons, with Jimenez and Macias as the strikers. Overall, I'm really pleased, and there's some quality players like Diego Lainez who have to miss out altogether. Our warm-up games against Martinique and Bolivia are plain sailing, and I'm feeling pretty confident. It's going to be great when we lose in the quarter-final to Costa Rica, isn't it? We do a team meeting at the hotel and I tell them that they're expected to win the tournament, and they agree. I really am just setting up the inevitable disappointment, aren't I? Suriname are up first, and we get off to an excellent start. A throw-in from the left finds Jesus Corona for a tap-in. He appears to have changed his name on the menu, which is understandable to be fair. Soon after that, Cesar Montes heads home from a corner to put us in control, before a simple cross from Aguirre finds Raul Jimenez for 3, before he adds a 4th from the spot, and Lozano makes it 5 before half time. I probably shouldn't have just started the strongest 11 in this one. They do manage to pull a goal back in the second half before Corona scores the greatest goal of all time for 6. I mean, that is just a glorious strike. Jimenez completes his hat-trick and then we just get even more goals. It's ridiculous. Lozano gets a hat-trick as well and we end up winning 10-1. 10 goals. This is a professional tournament, right? That is apparently Mexico's biggest win ever in the Gold Cup as well, which is pretty good going. But we've got Panama up next, and that could be tricky. And sure enough, we find ourselves behind after 10 minutes as Núñez fires home. I mean, if complacency was summed up in one moment, it would be that. But in the second half, we equalise as Cesar Montes heads home another corner, and then we get a cheap penalty late on, which Macias converts for the win. We've had 27 shots there, and we've only just scraped a win. So after 2 games, I really don't know what to make of this team. I don't know if we're actually good or not. Apparently we personally are though, as PSG offer us an interview from out of nowhere. I mean, that's lovely and all, but I'm a bit busy here. We qualify for the knockouts, but we need a result against Curacao to top the group. I rotate the attacking midfield to hopefully ensure we're relatively fresh for the quarter final, and it actually works well as goals from Macias and Herrera give us a straightforward win. We get Haiti in the quarterfinals, and it doesn't take long for us to open the scoring as a lovely pass from Rodriguez through to Corona sets us on our way. And he is involved again. His good work on the right allows Raul Jimenez to make it 2, and it's a good job he did as Guillermo Ochoa decides to be an absolute moron and gift Leverton Pierre a goal. But luckily, Jesus Corona, who plays for PSG at this point, is just really good as he sets up Jimenez again and then Gutierrez to make it 4-1 at the break. We bundle in a 5th to wrap up another controlled win. This is all certainly enjoyable. In the tournament 2 years ago, the USA, Jamaica and Mexico all failed to make the semi-finals, so obviously now we're here, they all do. We get Jamaica, while the USA will play Costa Rica. Not entirely optimistic about this one, but let's go. Jamaica, of course, field an interesting assortment of local players eligible for England who've switched allegiances, and of course one of the world's best players in the form of Leon Bailey. But 5 minutes in, we take the lead as some exceptional work once again from Corona finds Jimenez, who plays a perfect ball for Hirving Lozano to fire us in front. But this doesn't last long as Leon Bailey shows how dangerous he is with a brilliant driving run to set up Kimaru for an equaliser. No worries though, as a free kick from the left left by Aguirre is nodded in by Rodriguez to restore the lead. Although, yes worries, as poor defending from Aguirre allows Flemings to cross the ball for Leon Bailey to rifle home another equaliser. There's literally been 3 goals in 4 minutes. Both sides have good chances to take the lead before the break in a very even game. The great news is that everyone is very tired and there's at least another 45 minutes to go, which absolutely nothing happens in, so here's extra time. I tried to motivate everyone as much as possible and used the final sub on a shattered Lozano. We're finally able to work another chance, but Alvarado's effort is well saved by Andre Blake, and it's penalties. Just wonderful. The first 3 penalties are all converted before Pineda decides to hit the post. It's up to Ochoa to save one, and at 37 that's probably a bit too difficult. He doesn't make any saves. Jamaica score all of theirs, which means it's down to Bobby de Cordova-Reid to send them through, and he does. Just brilliant. I mean, I did say I wasn't optimistic, didn't I? So there we are. Fantastic. We are out in the semi-finals. Let's just see how the Mexican FA are dealing with that one, and yep, not pleased. I would like to point out that you didn't sack the other guy 2 years ago and his defeat was far more embarrassing than this. The USA beat Costa Rica and are the obvious favourites for the final, but then the absolute scenes of this, Jamaica have other ideas about it. Rushan Hepburn Murphy with 2 goals in injury time to completely mug them off. Fully fair play to Jamaica, happy to lose to you now, that was absolutely brilliant. But what about us? Well, the Mexican FA have had a big think and have decided not to actually sack me. Which is a relief because I turned down the French job for this a few minutes ago. They do want a vast improvement though, which definitely doesn't sound ominous at all. Oh, and to add insult to injury, Jesus Corona wins the MVP award and Jimenez gets the golden boot, so we absolutely should have won this tournament. At least the next one's only in 2 years.